For as long as we've been, well, us, we've looked up at the night sky and asked one huge fundamental question. It's a question that really gets to the heart of everything: science, philosophy, you name it.
Right? That's the big one. I mean, what came before the Big Bang? Before time itself? Before there was anything you could even put a name to? It feels completely impossible to answer. And yet, thousands of years ago, a group of ancient sages gave it a shot.
So we're about to dive into the Nasadiya Sukta, also known as the Hymn of Creation. It's from the Rigveda, one of the oldest texts in the world. And what's wild is that its take on creation isn't really an answer at all. It's more like a profound cosmic mystery that kicks off with a total paradox. Just let that sink in for a second. It wasn't just that there was nothing. No, even the idea of nothingness didn't exist yet. The hymn starts by basically taking away all the words and concepts we use to describe reality. It's trying to get us to imagine a state that is completely, fundamentally outside of our experience. Okay, so to explore this indescribable state, the hymn does something pretty brilliant. Instead of trying to tell us what was there, it starts by telling us everything that wasn't. It just strips it all away, piece by piece. Let's see how it builds this incredible picture. So, boom. The absolute fundamentals are just gone. There's no atmosphere, no space as we understand it, nothing to breathe, and nowhere to be. The canvas is completely, utterly blank.
And then it goes even deeper. The hymn starts removing our most basic pairs of opposites. I mean, think about it. If there's no life, then the whole idea of death is totally meaningless. And if there's no mortality, well, what's immortality? We're in a place that existed before opposites were even a thing.
And this just hammers it home. There was no time, no sun to mark the day, no darkness for the night, no cycles, no rhythm, no past and no future. Just an eternal, unchanging something.
Yeah, exactly. After you've stripped away existence, nothingness, space, life, death, and even time, I mean, what could possibly be left? The hymn has basically cleared the entire board, and now it gives us its first incredible clue. Out of this state of absolute nothing, something begins to stir. The hymn introduces this singular, primordial entity. This is the very first flicker of being in that unimaginable void.
You can almost feel it, can't you? This silent, powerful emergence. It's not some cosmic explosion. It's more like an awakening, a single point of pure potential in an endless, featureless sea.
The way this is phrased is just so poetic, breathed windlessly. It's an action, right? A sign of life. But it's happening without any external force, without air. It was self-sustaining. It didn't need anything from the outside because, well, there was no outside. It was its own cause, its own universe. There was just that one and nothing else. The hymn describes this state as darkness wrapped in darkness, almost like a body of water with no light. And out of this, that one arose. It was born from a great power, this kind of intensive, focused energy. Okay, so we've got the one. But how do you get from a single, quiet being to, well, everything, the entire cosmos? The hymn suggests the trigger wasn't some physical event. It was metaphysical. It was an impulse from within. So first, we have to get our heads around this idea of tapas. We translate it as heat, but it's more like a massive, concentrated cosmic energy, a creative fervor. This is the power that allowed the one to emerge from the void in the first place. You could say it's the engine that gets everything started. And right here, this is the real spark of creation. The very first thing to arise within the one was kama, or desire. The hymn literally calls it the primal seed, born of the mind. This is huge. It means the universe didn't begin with a bang. It began with a thought, an intention, a desire to be. That suggests that consciousness isn't just some random byproduct of the universe. It might just be its source. So there you have it, this beautiful, elegant, poetic story of creation. But just when we think we've got the answer, the hymn pulls the rug out from under us. It takes this massive philosophical turn and pivots from making statements to asking some really profound, radical questions. And just like that, everything changes. That confident narrative voice just vanishes.
And in its place, we get this voice of incredible intellectual humility. The hymn basically asks, after all that I just told you, who really knows?
And the questions start coming faster, challenging the very story it just told. Who is there to see it happen? Who could possibly speak with any certainty about a time before time itself even existed?
Now, this next line is the absolute stunner. The hymn declares that even the gods, the beings we'd normally turn to for these kinds of answers, they came after creation. They weren't there. They are a part of the universe, not its creators. That is such an incredible philosophical leap. It puts the ultimate mystery beyond even divine knowledge.
This is really the climax of the hymn skepticism. It just dismisses any claim to absolute certainty. It's a powerful statement that honestly feels a lot like the humility at the heart of modern science. This idea that the ultimate origin of everything might be fundamentally unknowable to anyone within it, whether they're human or divine. But the hymn does give us one last possibility to consider. It imagines this final, ultimate being called the Ajaksha, the great surveyor or overseer who watches over everything from the highest heaven. Maybe this being holds the answer.
And that is where this incredible piece of ancient wisdom leaves us, with probably the most profound maybe in all of history. That ultimate consciousness, the surveyor of the cosmos, he knows the answer. Or perhaps, and this is the final breathtaking admission of mystery, perhaps even he does not know. What does it mean if the greatest question of existence is a question even to God?